All right, we're live.
Are we good? Okay, so enough stalling. We're gonna start.
We are starting. We are live.
Thank you, Tina, for stalling. Wow, you guys, we filled the room. We had 50 seats and we had to bring in extras, so thank you so much for coming. My name is Sandy Durius. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm a presidential diamond with It Works and probably all of your upline. This is the very first training we're doing this way, and I'm so excited because I don't have to talk the whole time. I'm so excited. A lot of your peers that are sitting in this room with you, they are doing this training for you tonight, and I'm so excited. Somebody's listening to it. Okay, we might have to mute that. I don't know. We're learning how to broadcast this live. But there's a bunch of your peers in here that are actually going to do this training for you. We've got a bunch of panels, so they're going to come up here. So please give them your full attention. We're going to try to fly through this. I know your time is valuable, so thank you so much for coming. This is our July training, and we're going to go ahead and get started with Mike and Tammy Larson. They are going to go over the party pad with you guys. Many of you are new and probably learning how to do this. They are on their way to Diamond, and they've been doing this since they started, so they're going to share this with you, okay? So let's give them a hand of applause. So I'm going to use their names to talk.
Hi, I'm Mike Larson. I'm an emerald and working on diamond. I started in the end of September last year.
You'll have to open your mouth.
Okay. And this is the first time we've been in front of this many people, so if everybody could just stand up, turn their chairs around, and face that way. As for my wife, Tammy, she's working on emerald this month, and she's going to show you guys how to do the party pack.
Thanks, everybody. Like you said, my name is Tammy Larson, and I am going for Emerald this month. Hoping to push Mike to Diamond. It's going to happen this month. We were really close last month. So I'm sure most of you already know about the party pad. It might be a little redundant, but we're going to go over this anyway, just to get everybody on the same track. Now, I might do this a little bit differently than you do. That's okay. Everybody does it their own way. So I'm just going to show you how I do it. And I'm super nervous. Hold this for me. Okay.
Ready? Go.
So I'm going to do it just like it's a regular party. You guys are all potential loyal customers or distributors. And okay. Well, I feel like it's like right there. Okay. So have you tried the crazy wrap thing? How many of you have tried it? Raise your hand. Okay. Almost everybody in here. If you have not, we're going to tell you about it tonight. We're going to show you how you can use this product. So it's easy, it's affordable, and it's fun. You take it out of the package. You can put it on anywhere from the chin down. You wear it for 45 minutes, and you're going to see results after that time. We do have a facial wrap, so please don't use the body wrap on your face because it's a little stronger, so we want to use the facial on the face. It's for more sensitive skin. I'm shaking really. Okay.
Don't tell us, we'll never know.
I can tell. All right. So this is what it is, and this is what it does. You're going to put it on. This is the before picture. This is your after picture. It's going to tighten, tone, and firm the skin in as little as 45 minutes. It's going to reduce the appearance of cellulite. And you're going to have lasting results with this product. You can only get the wraps through an It Works independent distributor. So you can't go to your local supermarket or store and find these wraps. You have to approach one of us to get this product. Loyal customer program. We're going to talk about becoming a loyal customer. So when you sign up as a loyal customer, you're going to get to save 40% on all of our products. That's a huge savings. Distributors and loyal customers get the same price. I usually at this point go over all of the products on our brochure, in our brochure. You don't have to do it that way, but when people come into my party, I like to hand them not a brochure, but an order form. We get them wrapped, and then I will tell them at this point, we're going to go over every product that's on here. I'm just going to give you a one-liner about every single product. If there's something that you're interested in, just put a check mark next to that item, and then we can discuss it later on when we take your wrap off and you see the results. And if you have questions, then we can discuss it and get them to buy those products. So I don't really go over each individual product that's on here. I tell them about my favorite products. If you guys want to, you can tell them about the defining gel. It's liquid gold in a bottle. That's what we call it. And it works with the wraps. It's going to help enhance the results of the wrap. You can use the defining gel up to 2 times a day in the same areas from the chin down. It's going to do the same thing. It's going to help tighten, tone, and firm the skin in as little, or all day. It's going to help your results last. So the facials, we didn't go over that part about the wraps. We brought wraps so that we can show you guys what they are. And I like to show them at the parties too, so that people can pass them around, feel them. These are, of course, been washed. They were used and they're washed, so people can see that it is just a woven cloth. And then we kind of show them like where they can place the wraps. So, okay. So then the next product that is on this page is the lip and eye cream. And that is a huge seller. And at this point, I pass out my phone. I've got pictures of my mom before and after, and I like to tell the story of my mom. She has really deep creases in the side of her face. And so I made her come over when we first got this product in. And I'm like, come over, I've got something I want you to try. And I did one side of her face and sent her to work. She only works part-time, so like 4 hours later, she's calling me when she gets out of work, and she comes over. She's like, are you home? And I'm like, yes. Why? Are you going to come over and show me your results? She's like, no, I want you to do the other side of my face. So I have great before and after pictures of her, and that's a huge seller for us. Everybody gets to see those results, and they are amazing. The exfoliating peel is awesome. You only use that one twice a week. But it's going to help get rid of all of the dead skin cells. It's going to unclog the pores, and it smells amazing. Yeah, and it softens the skin. So I love using that product with the facials. Whenever somebody buys a facial from me at a party, I always do the cleanser, the wrap, the facial, and then the exfoliating peel, so that they get, or vice versa, cleanser, exfoliating peel, and then the facial, sorry. And they usually end up buying all 3 products. They love it that much, and we will take the before and after pictures for them as well. All right, so now with that second, flip the book over. All right, so now we're going to join the party. And I tell everybody, look, Mike usually does like the comedian stuff. He keeps the party going and entertaining, and telling jokes the whole time. So we always do it as a team. We go to every party together. And so I was gonna make him do this part tonight, but he's never really done it, so that I'm just gonna roll with it. Okay, so joining the party, I tell everybody that any orders that are placed that night for the hostess that is hosting the party off of us, all the orders that are placed can go directly under her if she signs up as a distributor with us, and that can be a potential, getting her started and getting her first 4 loyal customers. So, joining the party, you're going to purchase a party kit, and it's $99. And I'm jealous of you guys that are just new into this business, because we didn't get these party kits. We just got a box of wraps and a bunch of materials. Now you get a box of the 4 wraps, you get 4 small defining gels, and you get a half roll of the fab wrap, plus all of the materials that you need to start your business. So you guys are super, super lucky for getting this new kit. And I'm jealous. All right, now you can boost, the new party pads do not show the booster kits. You can boost your kit. The mini booster you can only get at the time of enrollment. It is $149, and when you get that kit, it comes with 2 boxes of wraps, a box of facials, the defining gel, a tub of greens of your choice, berry or orange, and a bottle of Fat Fighters. So you can potentially sell all of those wraps for $25 a piece and make $300 in wrap cash. So that one is only available at the time of signing up as a distributor. Your second party booster is a $349 purchase, and that one comes with 5 total boxes of wraps. You get 4 wraps and a box of facials, a defining gel, the lip and eye cream that I so love, and the Fat Fighters and greens on the go. And again, berry or orange, your choice. You can sell all of those wraps and get $500 in your pocket, cash. So it's definitely, and that one you can get at any time. It will always be there. So later on in your business, if you know you got a big party coming up, purchase that kit and put $500 in your pocket. All right, step 2 is getting your first 4 loyal customers. You get those first 4 loyal customers in your 30 days, your first 30 days, and the company is going to give you 2 wrap rewards. Those wrap rewards are just a perk for you. You get to cash those in and get a box of wraps at half price. So, and every 2 loyal customers that you enroll after your 30 days, you will still get a wrap reward as long as they're going directly under you. Step 3 is going Ruby. We want everybody to hit Ruby in their first 2 full calendar months. You get 3 people to sign up as a distributor and do exactly what you're doing here. And then you help one of those people get 2 more distributors, and they all get their loyal customers, and you go Ruby. And that is easily done in your first 2 full calendar months. And right now we got a $500 bonus for the people that do this. All right, average annual incomes. This one usually blows people away when they see the actual incomes that they can make from this. So right now, since we're all pretty much distributors here, there might be a few guests, but I want everybody that is a distributor starting out, I want everybody to stand up in the room so we can acknowledge you. So anybody that's a distributor, stand up. Awesome, awesome, great. All right, anybody that's an executive, please stand. All right, anybody that is Ruby, please stand up. Woo, that's great. All right, Emerald. Congratulations, pushing for Diamond. And Diamond? Woo! All right. Triples? Oh, double. Sorry. I'm good. I'm thinking Trisha's double already. It's gonna happen this month. All right. Any doubles?
We have some on the verge.
Okay, on the verge. And triples? None? President?
Some close.
Some close to that. And presidential? And we don't have any ambassadors tonight, right?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. So congratulations to all of you for working so hard and getting where you are today. And the ones that are just starting out, enjoy this journey. It's going to be a blast. Okay, so then at this page, when I get to this, it's just telling everybody what's your choice. You know, you can sign up as a loyal customer today, or you can become a distributor. Either way, you're going to save up to 40% on all the products. As a loyal customer, you have a portal that you get to manage your orders online. They're going to go there and log in themselves. All their orders are going to come straight to their house. You don't have to deliver product. So that's awesome for us. They get to earn free products, and they get to run their own auto ship, and they get to experience life enhancing everyday results. Now, as a distributor, we get a our website, so you can manage all of your orders and customers and place people in and everything. And then you get rewarded with free products. We get to earn party cash and commissions and all the good bonuses. So right now we've got the $10,000 diamond bonus and on up all the way up to $75,000 right now in bonuses for the good bonuses. So at this point, then I pretty much close.
We've got bonuses. so
Oh,
far.
who's gotten bonuses so far? 10,000 in bonuses?
Like, who got the Ruby bonus? Anyone get
Yeah.
the Ruby bonus? Stand up.
Stand up for the Ruby bonuses. Awesome. So some of you guys might have got the $1,000 Ruby bonus. Yeah, all right, good. Okay, and then who has gotten the diamond bonus? Stand up, Trisha. And some of you got the double diamond bonus, correct? Yeah, awesome. All right. And who got the emerald bonus? Anybody? Not emerald. Double diamond. What am I saying? Double diamond.
Not yet. We got two that
We're
are
double no triple, but we got presidential.
Yeah, we got a presidential in the house. $50,000. That's awesome. All right, so at this point in my party, we just take the wraps off. We get to see everybody's results. And then I take after pictures. I always put the pictures in a collage. I take the pictures with my phone. And that way I can put the pictures in a collage for them. And then I send them a before and after picture on their phone. I get their phone number that way. If they don't sign up, then I get their contact information right then and there. So that's a good tip to have. And then we finish out the party and open it for questions. And that's pretty much it. Do you have anything you want to say?
Good job, guys. That's our first time. What do you guys think? They did a good job.
I think they did a phenomenal job. Okay, so this next segment, Tina and I are gonna cover. I'm gonna sit, relax.
I'm gonna lean.
She's gonna lead. We're just gonna talk about different party tips. Can we steal a chair? We might need that. No, I'm just kidding. Go on. I might lay down. I don't know. No, we're gonna talk about tips. Oh,
Sorry, I was speaking.
yeah, there's not a lot going on. Okay, so we're gonna talk about party tips. I mean, Tammy did a great job covering what she does at a party. It's very typical what I do. I don't know if you guys do anything different, but some tips to be successful. And we're just gonna kind of wing it because we would love to do a live party one day. We didn't have enough room, so. You getting all crazy with the clicker over there? One of the things that I do when I am booking a party, and Tina does this too, but I'll let her talk about this, is when you're booking the way of the person that's booking the party, and I stay in constant contact with the hostess. I think that's really, really important to stay in contact with the person that's hosting the party because they have busy lives and they might forget. How often do you stay in touch with your hostess?
Well, it just depends on how far I book it out. If I book it like a month or two out, I just kind of book the party and then I wait a couple weeks before I connect with them again. If I book it within like a week out, I try to stay in contact with them like every couple days. But definitely either call, text, email, whatever, the night before to confirm it. You don't necessarily have to say, hey, I'm confirming it, but you can, what I always say is like I send them a text message and I'm like, hey, I'm super excited about our party tomorrow and I'm just trying to get all my stuff ready. How many people are you expecting to be there? So then if they're canceling for some reason or they need to reschedule, they're gonna tell you then and you don't sound awkward. So that's just what I do.
Once the event is confirmed and you're showing up, when you get there, your number one thing you want to make sure that you do is make sure that the hostess kind of gets hands-on. I think that's really key for her to see how easy it is to do what we do. So the first thing you want to do, or at least the first thing that I do when I get there, is I have a sign-in sheet. How many of you use a sign-in sheet when you're hosting when you're doing a party? Okay, for those of you that aren't, I would start doing this because it helps put the control back in the hostess' hand, and she can see how easy it is to do what we do every single day. And it gets a routine going, because I don't know about you guys, but when I first started this business, I wasn't having everyone sign in and pay me right up front, and I lost a lot of money. And our wrap cash is our bread and butter. That's where we make a lot of quick money. So you want to make sure that you get paid, and going through that process of having them sign in, marking what it is that they want to wrap, and then they pay you, hand them the wrap at that point, because now it becomes theirs. They take ownership of that. Have your hostess do that, because you want her to be an active role in her party.
So I do the same thing. I don't have anything to add to that. Unless I'm doing like a launch party. If I'm doing a launch party, then I do all that myself so they can kind of watch and see how it's done. But if I'm doing a party for somebody else, then I do it exactly like you said. Just have them sign in. Don't give them the wrap until they throw the money in the money jar, or you have like scanned or swiped their card for your square. That way you know you're getting paid. That's what she was kind of touching on. Like I've done that too. Before I started doing it this way, I would hand people their wraps or take them back in the room and wrap them, and then you have like that awkward moment at the end of the party where you're like, hey, you didn't give me my 25 bucks. Then you're like, you know, like give me your money. So to make sure you don't have that awkward moment, have them pay and then hand them the wrap. They paid for it, it's theirs. You got your money and you're good.
And I would make sure that when you're booking this party, you're telling the hostess, make sure your guests are showing up 15 to 30 minutes early, because we want to get these parties booked and going right away. So as soon as they're signing in and you're giving them the wrap, have your wrap room ready. And again, have your hostess help you with this, and you can show her how to wrap the first person, and then let her do it. Let her go in the wrap room. Let her give them the wrap, go in there, take their before and after picture, and let her wrap them. It's not hard to do. We could do it with our eyes closed. So by giving her that hands-on experience, she's going to get that bug and she's going to want to do it. So I think every opportunity you can give the hostess to be participating actively is going to increase your chances of her wanting to join your family.
What I want to add to that, I know Tammy was saying how she takes, where we were at, she takes all the pictures on her own phone. I personally have the person who's wrapping bring their phone back. You guys have all seen it. You have like an iPhone, you have an Android, you have the lighting's different, just different things with different phones makes the pictures look different. So I tell them to bring back their phone. I just tell them to do it. Don't give them an option. Like when you say, hey, do you want to take a picture? They're gonna say no, because that's weird. Who wants to take a picture of their belly? So when you say bring your picture, or bring your phone back, we're gonna take a picture. They're a lot more comfortable with that, first of all, because it's on their phone. Like you don't have their picture of their belly on your phone. So they're a lot more comfortable with doing it on their own phone. And then that way, pictures are a lot more legit, because the phone is the same, you know, like versus me taking their before on my phone and them taking their 72-hour on their phone. So I prefer their own phone. You guys can do it either way. Either way is wrong. I used to do it your way too. So that's fine, because you will run into people who don't have like the before and after, you know, pic collage or whatever on their phone, and then they have to text it to you anyways. So whichever way works for you. I like doing their phone.
When you're going through the party, definitely make sure to interact with the customers, the potential customers that you're having. And I'm always planting seeds. I'm always telling my story. I think that's really important for them to see me as a real person. So while I'm going through the party pad like Tammy and Mike just did, I'm always putting little plugs about how my life has changed and how this product changed my life this way, or how that product changed my life another way. Are we getting good feedback? Oh. So the reason you want to do that, and if you don't have a story yet, that's okay. Watch videos, come to trainings like this, get on team calls. You're going to hear the stories, and we're going to give you the tools to use so that you can, when you're at a party, you can use those. So you really, is the baby move in? Yes. People really want to see you as a real person, and they want to hear how these products truly work, especially if it's the first time they're hearing it. So while I'm going through the party pad, when I get to the product part where it's the customer benefits, like Tammy, I will go through the product brochure and I give one-liners, and I think that's really important. I think I got that from Jody Busher. She's a triple diamond on her way to presidential, and I think you do that important, because the wrap's just the sizzle product that we have, and I think it's important that we let them know what else we have. And we're going to do a couple of demos during the party presentation, but giving just quick one-liners lets them know that, oh, joint pain, okay, relief, I might want to order that. They might not necessarily buy the wraps, and I'll tell you, I know I've done a successful party when no one purchases wraps. When they're purchasing the supplements, I know I've done a really good job of explaining what they can do, because the supplements keep people coming back again and again and again, because the wraps will get them where they want to be and then that's it, other than maintaining from time to time. It's these supplements that are going to truly change their lives. So make sure you're telling stories and successes while you're going through the product knowledge.
I think the other thing on that is, I know when I first started, I didn't have my own story because, like, yeah, I tried to rap one time, but, you know, I just had that story. So when you guys are new, you guys don't have a story yet, right? So use Sandy's story or my story or somebody you've heard on a team call, like Jessica or, you know, whoever. Just use somebody's story that you've heard. Lisa Fuller, she has an amazing story. You know, just Google somebody who's done it works and use their story until you have your own, because it will only take a couple months until you guys have your own story. So just make sure you make people relate to what you're telling them, and that's really gonna, like, kind of not necessarily seal the deal, but seal the deal.
And who doesn't want to seal the deal, right? That's why we're in this business. We're in this business to change lives and make money because we want to change our lives right along with it, right? The other thing that I would do is I would definitely constantly talk about the business side of it too, not just when you get to the part of the party pad where you're talking about the business. I take a lot of opportunity to say, you know, since I started doing this, this is what my family's able to do. Make it relatable, relate to others during the party. And at first, you know, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you probably in the beginning. I know the first time I had to go solo, I was sweating really bad. I had the sweat mustache and I was shaking and I was dropping everything. And y'all got it lucky. This is what you get to use. When I joined 3.5 years ago, is a huge book with pages and pages and pages. And there was another pamphlet we had to use. Now it's just simplified to this little thing. But going solo is scary, and to try to relate to people, it's scary too. But, you know, my life was already changing within that first month. So share that. And then when you get to the part about the business opportunity, don't be afraid to ask them to join your team. The only way they're not going to join is if you don't ask. So when you get to the presentation part of the party pad where you are saying, here's what it takes to be in this business with me, just flat out ask them. I have found that the more times that I just ask is the more success I've had. And again, go into how it's changed your lives already, because the minute you join, your life starts changing, and you have to tell them that. Whether it's you made $50 to put gas in your car, tell them. If you made enough money to go get groceries, tell them. You were able to pay off a bill, tell them. Share that, because that's going to relate to them, and it's not just going to seem like this fictional opportunity that's out there, because people don't understand what network marketing is or MLMs. They just don't. So you have to make it real for them.
Okay, so something I want to add to that, and this is another thing I think we got from Jody. Don't correct me if I'm wrong, because she's kind of a genius. So anytime, and my team knows this because I've told them this time and time again, anytime somebody is buying a box of wraps is $59, right? If this person's buying a box of wraps, you tell them for $40 more, you can join my team and make money with me. 40 bucks more. If they're spending $59 on a box of wraps, they're going to think about that $40 more. So don't forget that. Use that line. It works. It definitely works.
Another tip, again, we got from Jody that's just been kind of spilling down into the team, that we got a lot of newbies here that probably haven't heard this. Make sure that you're giving everyone an order form at the beginning and have them fill it out. When they're giving you their wrap cash, give them their order form and tell them to fill out the top, because that's going to be their receipt. Now you're planting the seed that they've already got half the process done. And then while you're going through the presentation, tell them, you know what, if I say something that interests you, put a little star next to that product. Because at the end, when I'm unwrapping you, we're going to go through the items that intrigued you, and I'm going to find a fit for you. So you're planting those seeds as you're going through the party. So then when you're in the wrap room and you're unwrapping them, you tell them, bring your order form with you. And then when they're back there with you, having that one-on-one time with you, ask them, was there any questions you had about any of the products? Which one intrigued you? What would you like to work on the next 90 days? You have 90 days in our program, which I just shared with you. So it's all about planting seeds the entire time. And if you guys can take just a couple of those tips and incorporate it into how you want to do it, because y'all are going to find your own rhythm, you're probably going to find that you have a higher success on close rate with your parties. Does anyone have any questions? Just be confident. They're not going to know you don't know anything. If you tell them, then they're going to know. Because that day I went on by myself for the very first time, and I was shaking and I was a hot mess. I said a few things wrong, but nobody's going to know unless you tell them. You just keep moving. And if someone asks you a question you don't have the answer to, it's okay. Just say, you know, it's a great question. I'm going to look that up. Write that down for me, and I'm going to get back to you within 24 hours. It's okay not to know the answer. So don't feel like you have to know everything. 3.5 years later, and I'm still learning. still get questions I don't know how to answer, and it's okay. Does anyone have any questions?
If you have a party and nobody wants to wrap, do you have anything to encourage them to wrap, or do you just go through the party and talk about other supplements?
It's a great question. For those of you at home that are watching and couldn't hear, her question was, what if you're doing a party and nobody wants to wrap at the party? That's okay. That $25 they're saving on maybe the wrap, they might invest that into getting a full box. So where they might not have the 25, they might add that 25 and get a full box, or they might get a couple supplements. I just carry on. If no one wants to wrap, I'm like, no problem, we're gonna go ahead and get started. If anyone, as I'm going through this process, decides, you know, you wanna jump in and get wrapped, no problem, I can wrap you in 60 seconds. So then I will halt the party if need be, because I have people do that. They're like, oh, well, maybe I do wanna wrap my arms. And it's usually after they start seeing the before and after pictures. Make sure you've got those. People are very visual, so they wanna see what this wrap can do. So if no one wants to wrap, I just carry on, because it's okay. I might not get that quick, fast cash with the wraps, but I might be walking away with a customer or a distributor, which could be a lifetime customer that's going to turn into a distributor. So if they don't order wraps right then and there, it's okay. I know we want that fast cash because that can pay for our gas, but just keep in mind that you might be getting a lifetime customer that's going to make tons of referrals for you. So just carry on, go through your process. They'll see a picture that intrigues them. Or sometimes I've had them go ahead and buy one at the end of the party and they go home and wrap themselves. And that's okay too. Just do what's best for them, and it'll pay off in the long run for you. Good question. Does anyone else have a question? We're good? Awesome. Okay, so next we're going to bring up Veronica Montoya. Heather, is Heather here? I haven't seen her walk in yet. Okay, so we're going to bring up Veronica and Jessica. And these girls, Tina, actually I'm going to let you open up this one.
She kind of already did it, but so these girls are going to kind of introduce themselves. They're going to tell like their story and what they do to kind of make them successful, but they're both really new. Like this girl right here signed May 17th, the day before my birthday. When did you sign? April. So April, May. This girl right here is Ruby, just got a $1,000 bonus. And this girl right here just went executive. And these girls are both on my team, if you can't tell that I like love them to death. And they're just both really awesome. They're both really motivated. They're both really dedicated. They get out there and they do what they need to do. Like they do not make excuses. This girl right here, I don't know if you heard her on the call last night, but she's had every excuse in the book to quit, and she's moving on up. And this girl here too, I mean, she works like crazy hours. She's a nurse. Like, I'm gonna quit talking and let them tell their story, okay?
Hi, everybody. My name is Jessica Brooks. I'm a third shifter. I work at Kraft Foods in Kendallville. I've been there since I was 18. Me and Tina actually went to school together. We graduated together. So she has talked to me about this company for way over a year. And like she said, I had every excuse. You know, I'm a factory worker. I work 12-hour shifts. You know, during the summertime, we get busy. I work weekends. I barely have time for my family. I don't have any kids of my own. I have a stepdaughter. But my husband, too, he's completely against me doing this. He doesn't like the products, doesn't think they work, you know. So I don't have that person backing me up. So I kept telling her no, you know, and then I finally was like, you know, I'm going to become a loyal customer, so why not try to sell the product? So I signed with Tina on May 17th. That next weekend I had my wrap kickoff party. And I had a pretty good turnout. I had like 7 people, I think 5 wrapped, and I wrapped with them. So that went good. It took me about 10 days to get my 4 loyal customers. I talked about it at work. So I work in a factory. There's 300 plus people that work there. Right off the bat, the second person I talked to was completely against it. She had another distributor approach her, and she wouldn't show her the brochure. She wanted her to have a wrap party. So that turned her off completely. So I just planted the seed. About a week later, she came back to me and signed as a loyal customer. So I feel like I won that one. I started posting on Facebook. Then on June 24th and 25th, I got 4 more loyal customers. Within that time, I sold 10 wraps and a couple energy drinks. Within a 2-week period, I sold 14 wraps and 14 energy drinks. Like, I literally cannot keep them stocked in my house. Like, I'm begging Tina for energy drinks because I just can't keep them. So those have been a big win for me. But I also talk about a lot of the other products. Tina didn't know, but she had talked to my mom about our products, but didn't talk about everything else that we sell. So my mom didn't want to do the wraps until I talked to her about the weight loss pills. And then she's like, yeah, I want to do this. So she signed up with me right away. So that's been a big hit for me. My first promotion to executive, I didn't realize I got it. I went to bed upset, actually, because she wasn't going to get her bonus. My computer wasn't working right. You know, I was trying to get all these people, no one was signing. And I was bummed for Veronica. I was like, man, we didn't get her promotion. And I was talking to Courtney about it that night too. And I woke up on July 1st and seeing all the posts that we got our promotion. So I was super excited about that. I'm like, we did it. All that hard work, it paid off. So my tips is don't give up. You can have every reason in the book, just don't give up. It's worth pushing for. Huge thanks goes to Tina, because literally I text her like 1,000 times a day and she always answers me. If I go 2 days without texting her, I get a text. Hey, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? Because she's waiting for that text. Remember to breathe is very overwhelming when you first start. I'm still overwhelmed. You know, I think I got it, and right when I think I got it, then I don't got it. You know, something else happens. So, yeah. And then stay in contact with people. You know, don't overdo it, but keep in contact with them, because I've had 2 people now that were completely turned off with the company from other distributors. One of them signed as a loyal customer, and the other one is talking about signing as a distributor with me. So, you know, keep talking to them. And also a big thanks for Veronica and Courtney. Honestly, my team is what has gotten me where I'm at. I have a good backup system. So that's it.
All right, here goes. So I am a nurse. I work 40 plus hours a week. I have 3 kids. All of them play games, play after school sports. I actually met Tina a couple of years ago at my mother-in-law. She was having a party and Tina came. I became a loyal customer at that time, fulfilled my 3-month commitment, and that was it. A couple years later, my sister-in-law, she sells it, and so she started kind of talking to me more about how to make money with It Works, and so I had some weight to lose, and thought, you know, I might as well try to make money and lose weight at the same time. So I joined on April 19th. Within my first month, I lost 22 pounds with the greens and the fat fighters and the thermal fit. So that was a huge thing for me. I sold, I got a lot of loyal customers because of that. Just working where I work, other nurses, healthcare people, they seen that I was losing weight, asked me what I was doing, and there it just kind of showed my story a little bit more. And so I got my loyal customers just by using the products. And I always tell everyone the products kind of sell themselves. If you use them, people will start noticing. When I signed on April 19th, I think my 2 days, I had 2 days and I got 19 loyal customers. And it was, I just kind of hit the ground running. I went to work and I was just, that's pretty much what I did for my 8 hours at work. I really didn't do anything else. Oh yeah, I wore my lanyard and my boss was like, you can't wear that here. And I'm like, well, just really quick. And I sold her a wrap, and now she's a loyal customer. So I feel like, you know, it's obviously the health and wellness company. I'm a nurse, and so I feel like it's really easy to sell. I just tell stories, and that's kind of my story. So tips, I would say don't quit. There are always going to be reasons not to go on, and if you just keep pushing, or have a goal, I think goals are super healthy. If I didn't have a goal, I would have never got to Ruby. you know, I was kind of stuck, like, for 4 or 5 days. I didn't get a loyal customer, and I was anxious. That's all I thought about in my head. Where am I going to get my next loyal customer? How am I going to help her? How am I going to help, you know, and how am I going to promote? And that last day, I think we signed like 7 loyal customers. I mean, so it can happen. If you have goals, just keep pushing forward. Don't quit. Stay in contact with your loyal customers. I think that's huge. A couple of my loyal customers are hitting their 3-month, and I have not had anyone ask me to help them turn their auto shipment off. So, and I keep in contact with them, ask them what they're using, what their goals are. So yeah, stay in contact with your loyal customers.
We have.
Okay, so we're gonna have our, we're gonna have our social media gurus come up here now. Trisha, Stevie, and Justin. Trisha's really gonna go over Instagram with you guys, but we're gonna get rid of this one. Trisha's really amazing with Instagram, so she's gonna give you all the tips and tricks that she's been using. You guys, she's crazy with Instagram, so get out your pen and paper, get ready for her tips. Stevie's been doing phenomenal with Facebook, and then Justin Campos, he does amazing with both. So, and I want you guys to hear his perspective from a guy's version. Look at it, he's towering over these poor girls. So, we're gonna use this one mic, the red one's not really working, so we'll just pass it on down. So, give it up to them, get your notes out, you guys, because they are really good at social media.
Hi everyone, I'm Trisha Ekman. I joined It Works last April, so a little over a year ago. I got into the business, let me tell you, I'll start from square one. I'm also a nurse, I'm an orthopedic and surgery nurse. I got pregnant with our 3rd child. At 3 months, I was put on bed rest. And I had currently been in another network marketing business before, so I was a little skeptical about It Works. I actually had some lady out in New York friend me on Facebook, cold market, someone I didn't know at all. And we started talking about It Works. You know, I kind of had my wall up and kind of, you know, skeptical, like I said. But I started talking about it with her. I actually researched the company for a year before I joined with anyone. And I actually joined with Mandy Katie, who's not here tonight. And I just got in. I decided to stay home and be a stay-at-home mom for my 3 kids and just go full bore with this. I went Ruby in my first 2 months, and I went double diamond. I want to go double diamond. I'm going double diamond this month. I went diamond in February of this year. I got the $20,000 bonus. So just work my business every day. I'm going to give you guys just some quick tips on Instagram. This is a short version. I made a call probably a couple months ago. It's on our team page, so if you guys can listen to that. I went in depth about it a little bit more. But if I can do it, everyone in this room can do it, because I am just not very smart when it comes to Instagram or Facebook. My 16-year-old son actually sat down with me for about 10 minutes and gave me a quick rundown of Instagram. Basically helped me set up my account, and I was on my own. There was a YouTube video, her name's Jessica Delgado out of Florida, that I listened to when I first got into the business, and I listened to it a million times, over and over. Is it still on?
It's still in the team page.
Okay. There we go. Find it, guys. She's awesome. I listened to it over and over and over again. I remember sitting at school waiting to drop my stepson off, just listening to it constantly. Followed her tips to a T, and I would say today, probably at least 80% of my business is done over social media. I work it every day. Just for example, guys, I was at my son's tournament in Indianapolis last weekend. I was able to get 4 loyal customers off Instagram and 2 potential distributors. So you guys can do it anywhere. You can take it anywhere. There's just no excuse. Oh, I have this going on or this going on. Social media is free to all of us, so use it. I really, really believe to be successful in our business, you have to reach out to your cold market. And for somebody, if anybody in the room doesn't know what that means, it's people that we do not know at all. You have to reach out because your warm and hot market, your family, your friends, it's going to run out. It's, you know, you only know so many people. So you have to be able to put yourself out there and reach out to, you know, to strangers. It's a perfect example tonight before, you know, we sat and had a little drink before training tonight, and somebody just came up to Sandy just out of the blue, and she just started talking about our business. I mean, she passed out her card within 2 seconds. Bam, she's probably got a loyal customer waiting when she gets out of here tonight. So it's that easy, guys. Instagram, first of all, I'm just going to give like 4 or 5 quick tips. You have to be social. So that means, I mean, you got to be friendly, you got to be warm, you got to be inviting, generous, kind, and most importantly, I think you have to be professional. You have to present yourself in a way that people are going to want to come to your page. They're going to want to follow you. And just be genuine. Second, you want to reach out and touch someone. That means find someone that you want to follow and start following them, start liking some of their pictures, start commenting and building that connection with them and building a friendship. And a perfect example of this for me, I don't know if anybody knows her, Lori Mathis. She's on our team page. She is going to go diamond this month. She's one of my girls from California. We just started talking on Instagram. I followed her. She's a bodybuilder out in California, and you know, she just we started talking about our kids. We have kids like within 5 months of each other, so we started talking about our kids, and I mean, it was real. We built a friendship, and she contacted me like 4 months after she started following me, and wanted the hair, skin, and nails. After she had Zane, her hair started falling out. She was at her, you know, just what's in, and she wanted to build her hair out or grow her hair out for her competitions. So she started on the hair, skin, and nails, and within 3 months of being on the hair, skin, and nails, she became a distributor of mine. She's been in the business 4 months, and like I said, she's going diamond. So, I mean, that, and one more example of that, I have a lady in Guatemala that started following me and hardly spoke any English at all. She has moved to the United States, so within the last 2 months, she has helped my son in his Spanish class. And we are helping her with her English. So, I mean, she comments all the time about becoming a distributor with me. And it'll happen. It'll happen. So those are just examples of building friendships and building connections off Instagram. Another good tip is share several times a day. That means post several times a day. Morning, noon, and night, because you want to reach every time zone. You want to reach everybody out there that's following you. And also when you post on Instagram, make sure you're tying that to your Facebook and your Twitter, and there's another one, I forget what it's called, but make sure you're tying those to your accounts. That way you're hitting all 3 of your accounts or all 4 of your accounts at the same time. Okay, sorry. Another one, and I got this one from Mike and Tammy Larson. Run contests through your networks. They run a contest, and they ask all their friends if they can post on their page. And if they get a yes, they put that person in a drawing for the end of the month. And I think you guys give out facials, don't you, at the end of the month. But not only are their friends seeing that post, but not only is Tammy and Mike's friends seeing that post, but their friends that they get to post on. So you're hitting so many more people when you can run contests and stuff like that. And you can do that on Instagram too. You just got to get creative with it. Another big one is using your hashtags. In the beginning, I didn't do that. I didn't even know what a hashtag was. I was like, Matt, what is this? So he gave me a little quick lesson on that. But what I do is I have a bunch of like 10, you can do up to 30 hashtags per post. So I just make up a bunch of little ones and I save them in my notes, and then you can just copy and paste that if you don't have a lot of time. If you're doing this at work, you run to the bathroom real quick and make a post. It takes 2 minutes to put a post out there, guys. So, I mean, there's just no excuse for not posting, in my opinion. A couple popular hashtags is the photo of the day or the pic of the day. I always kind of put those out, try to put those out on my pictures because it gets a ton of likes there, or a ton of people looking at it. Make your profile picture a personal picture, one of you or your family, so people can see that you're a real person in general. It's not some robot out there making this profile. It's a real person. I look for quality, not quantity. I've heard people brag, oh, I have 5,000 followers. I don't care how many followers I have, as long as they're quality people. They're liking my pictures. We're talking about product. We're talking about the business. That's what's important. And mix up your posts. Don't like post 5 wrap wrap results in a row. Mix it up. Like make some of your family, make some of our team, like our team picture tonight. Make some of you wearing your gear and your lanyard. You want to show people how easy it is to get out there and do this, and that you can do it from everywhere or anywhere. You can take it anywhere. And you know, in closing, I'll let you guys talk. You just want to be real. You want to be genuine. You want to be professional. You just want to be you. People can sense when you want something. So if you guys give first, you will get and receive it, and you will receive in the end. So if you guys have any questions, you can personal message me on Facebook. I would love to help anybody.
Hi. I'm Stevie Christian. I joined in January. I'm an Emerald. I have a little 1.5-year-old and a stepson that's 3.5. I just went Emerald last month. I'm pretty big on Facebook. I do Instagram too, but I feel like I have more creepers on Instagram, and I don't mean that in a weird way. I mean that fake people on Instagram. So I focus a lot more on Facebook. A lot of my posts involve, like, I post with my children, like she said. You post what's real to you. You post what It Works does for you. I post a lot. Like, when I went Ruby, I posted a picture of my new vehicle. I posted a picture of my new vehicle with an It Works magnet on it. And you know how many people see that and they're like, It Works bought you a car? No, I bought me a car with the money I made through It Works. And, you know, people message me all the time saying, you know, how do you do this? How do you do that? It's simple. It really is. Like, you just post. If you're on social media already, why not just post? Post about your business. Make money while you're on social media. Like she said, hashtags are big now on Facebook more than anything, more than they have before. So get those hashtags in, because when somebody clicks on that hashtag, they see all those posts that relate to that hashtag. So they're scrolling through that hashtag. They're saying, like, hair, for example. You click on the word hair. All these pictures come up with hair. So you're scrolling through and somebody sees these results, these before and after pictures of hair, skin, and nails, and they're like, ooh, I want that. That mermaid hair, I want that. So they click on your picture and there's your number right there. That's another thing. Don't be afraid to put your phone number on Facebook. Yeah, creepy people are going to text you sometimes. You can just ignore it, you know? And nowadays you can block them on your phone. You don't even have to go to the place and block them. So whatever, just ignore that. You get more hits off of people messaging you on Facebook anyway. Most of the time people don't even message you via text. It's just there so that they feel more comfortable knowing that you are putting your phone number out there. Yeah, I mean, I don't sugarcoat anything. I don't know how many people are friends with me on Facebook, but I don't sugarcoat anything. If you join this business to make money, then you better be working your butt off for it. And you post on Facebook, on Instagram, about how you're going to use this to benefit your life. You don't join just for fun. I mean, some people do, and that's cool, but I mean, in the long run, do you want to be successful? Do you want to quit your job? Do you want to stay home with your kids? Do you want to retire? I'm 20 years old. I'm going to retire by 21. And I put that out there too, and people think I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. It's going to happen. And I think they laugh at me, but whatever. I don't care. And that's another thing. I don't care what people think. They're not paying my bills. So if you're afraid of your friends seeing what you post, that's too bad. You know, it's too bad for them because they're missing out on this awesome opportunity. They're missing out on these awesome products, and you just gotta roll with it because those people will come back eventually. I mean, they're bound to. That's all I got.
She kept it real. Doing this for fun, you're gonna make money.
Who are you?
I'm Justin Campos. I think social media is a genius part of our business. I mean, there's really no better way to reach people that, without getting too personal, you can touch someone just through a post really easily and get them excited about what you're doing. But I do things a little differently. If anybody follows me on Facebook, I'm really big on not becoming a billboard. To me, the most annoying thing in the world is when you click on the Networks Distributors page and it's all wraps. Oh my gosh, try the greens, buy this, buy that, buy that. You'll never see me post anything about buying something on my page. I don't ever do that. And I get a lot of customers and distributors without posting buy one, get one free wraps or all that other stuff. That's just how I do it, because that kind of stuff turns me off. I see that as kind of scammy a little bit in my eyes. So if I see, if I would be turned off by it, I try to do something that I would want to buy from or I'd want to be a part of. So one of the things like that, people, is how many people drove by a billboard on the way here? Everybody? How many people, right when you saw the billboard, called the number and bought something? Yeah. Nobody does that. Billboards are kind of a waste of money, in my opinion. They're there just to kind of keep things relevant, which you posting every day on social media is keeping it relevant. So make sure you're posting every day. But don't be that distributor where people are like, he's posting again, or she's posting again. God, I freaking hate this girl. Because it's easy to get a reputation where you post 1 million times a day and it's all you're trying to sell them something. So another thing is figuring out a way to put your website on your Facebook. So what I did was I went to GoDaddy. Sandy taught me how to do that, and I purchased a website through GoDaddy. So mine is IndieWrapGuy.com. So I'm in Indianapolis, so wraps, so it made sense. And when you do not have the .myitworks.com at the end, you can post it on Facebook. Unless someone flags you with your new one, then you just go buy another one. They're 99 cents for the first year right now with GoDaddy, so you can go buy a domain name for 99 cents. Really easy to link it to your AdWorks page. Everybody know how to do that? You posted that before.
There's a file in the team page. It tells you step by step.
So you can go to the team page and you can literally walk through. It's really easy to set it up to go to your AdWorks page. So it can be, anything. You could be IndianapolisColts.com or whatever, and it's going to link them to your AdWorks page, and you don't have to scare people off by saying, wrap with Justin today, lose weight, Because sometimes that does, there's a ton of us distributors now. Our company's growing extremely fast right now. So we got to get creative. We have to be a little different. Try to push your boundaries of the type of ways you post. Stop screenshotting everybody else's stuff and then putting it on your page. Try to do your own thing. Step outside the box.
Justin, you're really big on videos.
Yeah.
You're big. Why don't you share how that's helped your business?
I like doing videos because I'm obsessed with YouTube. Like, I will sit on YouTube all day and watch videos. So that's the way that I like touch my market. That reaches out to me through, I pay attention. When it's a real person talking to you, I think you're more likely to listen than to read a 45-page post. So like Stevie's video today. I saw that today and I watched it, the whole thing, liked it. It was an awesome video, just reminding people about training. Those little videos like that took her 35 seconds in her car to make, and it got a ton of likes. I'm guessing it got some people here, and if it didn't, you make that again the next time we have a training, and people see that, and they see you being consistent, and they know that you're a real person. You're not a robot. You're not someone that's just sitting behind your computer like, buy this, and then over here you go run your Advocare business, and then you run your Herbalife business. I'm saying names, I don't care. So some people do that, and if you be a real person, people know you're genuine about your AdWorks business, and your team will grow.
Just be real with them, Justin. You can't do more than one business.
Yeah, don't. We were just going to talk about that, weren't we? Yeah, so, that's really all. If you guys want to follow me on Facebook, if you have guys that want motivated, a lot of women in this business struggle with their men. You said you don't have a supportive husband. I'm going to talk about that more in the men's panel. But link them to my page. Comment their name in a picture of mine, and I'll add them. Or I'll send them a personal message for you guys or something. But just, social media.
Awesome.
That's it.
Questions for these guys? I mean, their businesses are blowing up by using social media. So if you have any questions, please ask them.
When you post on Facebook, do you make it public ever or with friends?
I just have friends. Her question was, do we make it public? Do we make our posts public or private? I've never really made it public before. Mine are all private, which eventually I'll run out of people, but I just add people all the time. I go through all of my mutual friends and I'll friend all these people that we have a greater amount of mutual friends. I don't like to add people that I have less than 12 mutual friends because that's creepy. Who are you? That kind of thing. So I just try to keep it with adding more people every single day. I go through that every day because it regenerates itself. And that kind of helps grow more people into your business too.
Anyone else have questions about social media? How many of you use social media to grow your business?
I'd hope everyone.
How many of you need help learning how to maximize it? Okay, reach out to any of these 3 people. We got Justin Campos. You can find him on our team page or on Facebook. Stevie Christian and Trisha Ekman. You can find them all on the team page or on Facebook. Reach out to them. They'll give you their tips and tricks, okay?
About the private thing real quick, I'm just going to touch on that. I can see her point where you don't want people to be too involved in knowing all your business, but I make all mine public. Just because I have tons of friends that are in different states and countries, and you cannot share someone's post if it's not public. So you know how some people click share? If your post is private, they cannot share that. So then you're potentially going to miss 5,000 other people to see your post.
If you want to post pictures of your children, you can post your children's pictures private and then all your business stuff.
Well, yeah, make your list. Make your viewing list as well, where who can view this. And what I do is I go there and I'll put all my mom, my sister, my brother, all my friends and family. And then when I want them to only see that, you can just click that list and that people see that. My friends and I at 4th of July at a barbecue. All of us boys with our shirts off at the pool. I don't have to show that to every English person, but I could, but I'd rather keep that a little more private with my family and stuff. Yeah.
Anyone else have any questions? Great.
I guess I'll stay here.
Thanks, ladies. Thank you. We're gonna have Alejandro up here. We're gonna get up here. You gotta get up here. All right, so there's a handful of men in this business, and I know that we've got people going diamond and growing this business. And sometimes men think it's just a women's business, but these 2 have been very, very successful. They're out on point, so they're going to share their tips and how they run this business. And I'm out of here because I don't have to. I love it.
You are live right here too, so.
Just introduce yourself, who you are, how long you've been in, what you do.
Hi, my name is Alejandro Guzman, and and I've been on this business since November last year. Then, well, I was one of those typical guys that I was seeing my wife that she was just trying to join this business and all that, and I was one of those guys that you sit there and, she was coming all excited from trainings and all that stuff. So she was trying to talk to me about it, and to that point, I was like, okay, whatever. I just watch my show. I don't care what you do. As long as you happy or whatever, I'm okay with that. So I started seeing that she just started getting, really, really excited every time that she's coming to the training. And, I just started paying attention and all that. So she just asked me if I wanna join it, and I was like, well, I don't know about all that, but finally I did. And then, I got.
I'm gonna bust in here. Okay, so if you guys don't know, Maribel and Guzman, they're like a power couple. They're a couple people on my team that they know what they're doing. Like they have their own routine that they do day to day. And Guzman, he plays a big role in this. Like I give my husband a hard time all the time. Like I tried to get him to come here tonight. I'm like, Guzman's gonna be up there, why can't you? So Guzman knows his stuff. So, and I call him Guzman, just in case you guys didn't catch on that. So I want you to say, like, because I know what you do at work, because Jared tells me. So what do you do, like, when you're at work and you're sharing the business? Facebook, just day-to-day stuff that you do.
Well, when I'm at work, I just asking those guys, hey, you guys, you tired or something, like I see guys that they just get so tired, and I was like, hey, why don't you just come into my desk? I got something that I got something that I'm gonna show you, and he was, people that just come in and they want to know like, what you got. Well, it's not drugs. I can tell you that. And then, I just got like, let's say we got the energy drink, the greens. I started sharing, I started sharing, and I just love it.
So didn't you say that you like always have the energy drink like on your desk, or I remember you sharing something about that before. That's kind of how you get people's attention.
Yep, I just put it on my desk. I even not drinking at all. I just acting like I'm tired or whatever. I just pick it up and I just walk around with a can, and I just acting like it. I just have a lot, I just be walking around and I just make sure everybody see me, That's what I do.
Okay, so another thing, because you work out all the time, and I always see you posting on Facebook, so share what you do with that, because I like that a lot too.
Well, exactly the same thing, I just get a can and I just put him beside me when I just working out, and I see somebody that just walk in, I just pick it up. And I just started like acting like I'm drinking it. I just go and I just ask him, I say, hey, you guys want to try it? Do you guys, I don't need to take pre-workout. That's my pre-workout right here. And I don't get sick. So they like to try. That's how I get it.
Okay, so one more question, because you're doing good. I know you just signed a guy on your team, Josh. So I'm not really sure, was he a customer before? Or did he just see you kind of like walk around with your energy drink?
Kind of, in a way, well, he was trying to lose weight. So I remember that I asked him, I said, hey, do you see my wife? She's been losing a lot of weight. We got this amazing price, And he's like, you like to try it? He was like, what is it? I said, you know what? Just bring it $25. Just bring it $25. And then after you see the result, so you can try it. So he came in and, all right. So he come in and then I put the wrap on. And then, well.
Did you wrap at work?
No, he come in on my house.
Okay.
So he tried and he just fall in love. He just go like, well, sign me in. So he signed up and he's still, now he sells the products. So
Sorry, the other else I had.
That's all I got.
I really don't know how to follow that. That was pretty awesome. Hello.
Hello.
I'm running out of battery or something. Do I need this?
If the AC's off, we're fine.
Okay. So, what was I gonna talk about? Just guys in the business in general. Kind of, we're pretty rare. It's rare that you have guys supporting, which you guys that are supporting your wives or girlfriend, that's awesome. I love you guys, but it's not easy. I don't know. I just have a very different view towards how a man should be involved in the business. I think that if you're just not supporting your wife or not helping them with something they're passionate about, it's just being lazy. Plain and simple. Or I like to look at it as when my wife shows some interest in something that I'm very passionate about, it gets me like super, turned on. Like, wow, she's hot. She loves me watching football. She talks about my sports team. I love it. So, why wouldn't we want to show passion back towards their passion? So, even if you have to fake it till you make it, until those commas start showing those paychecks, support your girls, support them. And their business will grow. You guys come in, your guys' business will grow, and it'll happen a lot quicker and easier than digging your heels in and not supporting. Yeah. Even, what else we talk about?
Well, I want to jump in there really quick, because there's a lot of men that aren't here tonight. Like my husband's not here, Sandy's husband's not here. Like my husband plays a big role in my business. Like he's at home right now with the kids. So just because your husband's not, don't feel like, oh my gosh, I kind of suck or whatever. Because I know there for a while, when you see Lisa, that's a bad example right now, but when you see power couples up there and you see them together, you think that that's how your husband's supposed to be. Like when you see Maribel and Guzman, you think, oh my God, I want that. Not everybody's like that. Like my husband is at home watching the kids, and that's what I need to do what I do. That's what Sandy needs to do what she does. That's just because they're not sitting up here like these guys, which I am jealous.
Well, there's so many ways to support too.
But there's so many ways of support. You can either be out there doing the dirty work, or you can be at home doing the dishes. I mean, either way, it's supporting. So just don't get
But Justin, didn't you? When your situation was different because you were the one that wanted in on this. Lizzie,
yeah, my wife's not very involved in the business at all. She supports. She wears the gear. She'll go with me to rap parties, so with me to events, but she's not overly involved. She doesn't wake up, let's go blitz the mall today. It's like that style. And I'm okay with that. I don't want to drag her and she's kicking and screaming if she doesn't want to be part of it. That's fine. I have it's something that I want to do and I'm passionate about, and she'll come around. I'm okay with that, but she doesn't hold me back, which is important. I don't want to feel like she's holding me back. Yeah.
Do you guys have any questions for the men of It Works guys that are here in the room? Do you have any questions for the men?
2 questions right here.
How did you get interested in it? Because you don't see a lot of guys wanting the product. So how did you? I just
saw a business opportunity. Plain and simple. I'll keep it real with you guys. I really didn't start working the business because I rapped and I lost all these inches and blew my mind. I met an ambassador, and I met Sandy, and I met a double, and I met a bunch of people that were just killing it and making money. I'm like, okay, they are women, but if they can do it, I can do it. If they can make a ton of money, why can't I? So I kind of just dove in head first and didn't give it a gender role at all. I didn't look at it as a women's business, even though we all know it kind of is. It's kind of all the women run the show. But it's the year of the men. We can step up and we can do it too. There's no reason we can't. It's just as easy for us to hand out a coupon as you guys. So I don't blitz ever, because blitzing is just what every day I like. Like when I go through a drive-through, I don't consider it blitzing. I just tell them, you ever heard of It Works? Cool, call me. Even if it's a quick drive-by, or if it's a ghost blitz, stick it in the gas pump or in the ATM. Make sure you're always doing it. That way you don't feel obligated to blitz, because blitzing, I think it's a bad rap. It just does. When you have to get in that mindset of I'm gonna go to the mall specifically to hand out coupons and be that creepy person running up to people, scavenger hunt, this and that. People will call you on that. I mean, they will. And if someone came up to me in the mall, I'd be like, get away from me. Stop. I just don't. So I don't blitz. I just make it a part of my life. Like I went to McDonald's and got a Coke before I came in here, and I just handed the girl at the window. I was like, hey, we're doing a training right here at the Country Suites, whatever we are at. You should come over. When's your shift in? She's like, midnight. I was like, okay, never mind. But my Facebook's on my Blitz card, my Instagram's on my Blitz card, on my website, my phone number. So I get a lot of people adding me like that too. So even if your guy is not super motivated to run the business, give him a stack of your Blitz cards. Like, hey, hand these out today. I don't know, give them a prize, whatever you feel like that prize should be. Whatever. Yeah. Their kids in the back. Yeah, go ahead.
So what would be your suggestion for somebody like my boyfriend is not supportive whatsoever? Doesn't want to help. He doesn't believe in it. He thinks it's a waste of money.
She has a boyfriend at home that's not supportive at all whatsoever, nothing. So you can't change them. All you can just do is just keep doing what you're doing, and just make sure you're having fun. Make sure you're not letting discourage you or hold you back. He'll come around. They all do. They all come around. I'm telling you. I have people on my team where the husbands are like, "That's a waste of money," and those things don't work. The supplements suck. And eventually, those are the same guys that are at the parties, like leading the party pad and pouring the green samples. And that's the kind of stuff that I kind of live for in the business.
Yeah. I was one of them.
Yeah. And guys want to see money. If use that as your fire, like take that and be like, okay, I'm gonna go out and sell freaking 20 wraps this week, and I'm gonna be like, hey, you can't have any of this because you didn't help me. Use it to your advantage, because when he starts seeing your bank account go up, he'll get involved. He will. Anything else, guys?
Well, now we're doing blitzing. Speaking of blitzing.
Yes, Justin, you just totally ran down what I was going to say. Just let you know.
All right, so Melanie and Shannon are going to go over blitzing. Take a lot of notes. Yeah, they might be. You're going to turn that back on. It's getting warm. Okay. Well, you all are sitting over here by the.
I'm not cold. I'm fine.
Okay, you're going to use that one.
I'm sitting right there.
Yeah, why not? If you need to come sit on the floor over here, you can. Okay, so these girls are going to go over blitzing. We actually did a scavenger hunt contest, and they did very well. Got out there and were working. And I've talked about blitzing 110 times, but we're going to let them do it. So.
I'm Melanie Benzinger, or some of you know me as Brunson. Can you hear me?
Hold on.
Can you hear me now? It's a little really close.
I feel like I'm spitting in it.
There we go. You are today. We all are.
Okay, so Shannon and I look at blitzing from two different directions, two different areas. I'm going to kind of go on the scavenger hunt side, and she's going to go on the more laid back side. I'm going to tell my story a little bit first, though. I actually got wrapped by somebody with an expired wrap for the first time. And so I didn't think that the wraps worked. I didn't even know that they expired. This girl hadn't been in the business for a couple of years. She just wanted to make some money off the expired wraps, and it didn't work. So I knew somebody in the business, and I called them and said, look, I know this works. I've seen the results. So if anybody ever says it doesn't work, maybe see if it's an expired wrap, because I didn't even know that was possible. So thanks to Christine, she came over and wrapped me, and now I'm in the business. Blitzing is hard for me. And I even own my own business for the last 15 years as a massage therapist, and it's still hard for me. A lot easier for me to blitz people I don't know than it is to blitz people that I do know, because they're going to tear you apart faster than somebody you don't know. So even though the scavenger hunt thing doesn't work for everybody, it works for me. I suggest to people that are brand new, to print off Sandy's scavenger hunt list. Give it to your new DTs. Tell them, even if they're not getting a prize for it, to go out and use it. It helps you get excited. We took our kids with us. My stepdaughter, who's 9 years old, now tells everybody about the greens and the green shoes. And so she helped with the scavenger hunt, and now she still tells everybody about it. So for me, it makes it a lot easier because I have a goal. I'm going in and I need to find somebody that is a hairdresser, or I need to find somebody that's doing this or doing that. And it helps me kind of break that ice. And for some people it works like that, and some people it doesn't. So just walk up to somebody and be like, here's a Blitz card. I can't do that. I can now that I've been in the business a little bit longer, but at first it's really hard for me to do that. So I suggest that you do that with your team. Shannon, on the other hand, is really good at passive all around.
I like to do what's called passive blitzing, and that a lot of us are doing it right now, and that's these little things around our neck. We carry them on our purse. I have a personal business also, and I'm a photographer. So when anybody comes into my studio, I have a full It Works setup, set up on a tiny little desk. Sometimes I don't even mention. I wait for them to see the products that I have set out, and I'll wait for them to approach me. So I kind of take the same approach to it as what Justin did, and just kind of, I'm not one to jump out there and say, you know, hey, here's this, try this. I'm more of, like when I went to Golden Corral today, I took this thing off and I sat it at the very edge of my table. And I sat in an area where the entire area was full of people. So every time somebody walked by my table, they seen this laying there. And even if they didn't mention it to me, they seen it. And then also when I went to tip my waitress, I left a Blitz card with my tip. You know, it's very subtle. You give them the information. You're not bugging and pushing, because I'm kind of that way too. When Melanie first came to me, she was like, hey, bring your $25. We're going to a wrap party. And I was like, okay. So I went to my first wrap party. I loved it, but it was very, you know, it was very laid back. It was very low key. Christine did our first wrap party when she came to our girls' wine club.
Yeah, that's how it started.
That's how it started.
It was a wine club, and
it
then it
was a
turned
wine
into
club.
once a Friday night rap session. So
Yes.
that's a good idea too.
And I originally wanted to, I just wanted to be really low key in the business. I wanted to be able to buy a couple boxes of wraps to keep them in my studio. I really wanted to offer wraps with boudoir sessions when I did those kind of sessions. And so when I started writing up the advertising for myself that this is what I was going to offer with my business, I realized that I couldn't do that unless I was a distributor. And so that's what brought me in, is I didn't come into the business expecting to start. I didn't come in as a loyal customer. I did 2 wraps and decided that this was something that I wanted to add in addition to my business now. So this is for me, where for many of you it's full time. For me, this is part time. You know, I do the business full time. I do this in between, and I've actually been pretty successful at it. I had my first 4 loyal customers. I think within 14 days, Melanie and I signed really close to each other. I've had a great work support group with Melanie and Christine. And so that's kind of what I do is blitzing. I passively blitz. I hand out cards. But most of all, I smile a lot, and my cheeks hurt a lot, but people are more apt to approach you when you're smiling, when you're happy, when you genuinely show that you're happy in what you're doing. So that's kind of my little piece on it. And
just think about people's first impression. If they see you walking with your head down, they're not going to want to approach you. So always smile, and they might just smile back. That might start your building of a relationship with them.
What do you guys do about following up with your bookings? A lot of people get a hold of Melanie and I both, I think. We do a lot of social media also, so.
I'm not as good at it as she is. I'm learning.
So a lot of what I do is through personal messenger on Facebook. If I have somebody that I pass out a Blitz card to, I'll try to follow up with them in a week or so and say, hey, have you had a chance to look at my website? Because I always make sure that I print out little labels that go on my Blitz card with my phone number and my website on there. I try to be really accommodating to those people. I kind of try to look at everybody as though this person right here has never heard of It Works, so how am I going to bring them in without them ever having heard about it? So.
Well, and I've been lucky. Lots of people have contacted me through Facebook posts and stuff. Oh, sorry. Lots of people have contacted me and said, okay, I want to buy your wraps. Like, I'm wrapping somebody tomorrow that just contacted me 2 days ago and said, I'm going on vacation. I want to come buy 5 of your wraps. Staying on vacation with me. When can I come over? So I've kind of had it lucky when it comes to that. So I don't really know how to answer that because they usually come to me before I get a chance.
Sure.
Hi, everyone. I am Maribel Houston, and what I like to do is I carry my lanyard around my neck, and this is how I follow up with them. I carry my my lead contact, and I make sure that I'm drawing, or you just get their contact names, phone number, email on this lead here, and then you take it home, and in a couple of days you just text them, and you sound really, really excited. You let them know that congratulations, you are this week's drawing, this week's winner, anything. I have it all. I copy paste everything. I have it from Sandy on Kiss. So I'll do that to all my leads. I'll hear back from them. I may not, but if I don't hear back from them, oh my gosh, hi, Jessica's here. Jessica. So anyways, yes, I always get their contact name. Always, always, always. Sometimes they don't want to give it to you. So you give them a Blitz card. Sometimes they're not going to take your Blitz card, and you just thank them anyways with a smile on your face, and you just walk away. Don't bother them. Just leave them alone.
Okay, if someone won't take your Blitz card, what other tips do you have for blitzing? Because I know personally when I'm blitzing, my lanyard is on my purse, so I will say, hey, let me text you my Blitz card. Because by me texting them the Blitz card, I now have their phone number and they have mine, and it's not as threatening when I do it that way. And then I can do a quick follow-up. Hey, when do you get off of work? And then I follow back up with them. So that's how I follow up. How soon after you blitz someone are you guys following up?
I do it within 24 to 48 hours. Most of them have talked about wanting to have a party, and so I start off with that and tell them a couple of dates, find a couple of dates that work for them, and get a party set up for them. But 24 to 48 hours. I don't let it go any longer than that because then people forget. At least that's my opinion.
Usually I'll sometimes wait. I don't go longer than 3 days. And my thought process on that was, if I meet a stranger and they buy a wrap immediately, I want to be in contact with them within at least 72 hours because that's how long it takes the wrap to have its full effect. So no matter what, I always try within 72 hours to get back with somebody.
Does anyone have any Blitz questions? The number one thing is that either, however you decide to do it, whether you're going to incorporate it into your life or be intentional about it, you've got to be blitzing because your warm market, I don't know who was up there and said it earlier, your warm market's going to be gone. And so you got to get out there and get your cold market. And if you're not doing that, you're missing a lot of opportunities, and you're going to find that someone you might have talked to is going to show up somewhere in your downline or in a sideline sisters because you didn't take 3 seconds to hand them a coupon card.
Right. It happens a lot.
And I think it's great for, for the people that have or work part-time or work full-time outside of the home. You automatically have a group of people that you can go to. Guzman had 300 some employees that he can get into immediately. So always use your job if you can as a place to start. Usually you're going to have friendly people. people that you don't want to upset because you're at work with. So, you know, I think your work environment is a good place to start also.
Anyone have anything else you would add for blitzing? Just do it. Whether you're gonna do it intentionally or not, just incorporate it into your life and you'll be amazed at what happens.
It comes natural. And no matter what, everybody's scared the first time they blitz. Every one of us. We all get scared. Sandy still gets scared to blitz. So you just smile, you walk up, you hand your stuff. Yeah.
Wear your gear. Wearing your gear really helps because when we were at dinner, the guy saw our name tags and our stuff and he's like, so what's going on? Y'all fly in from out of town? And that's how it started.
That's a huge thing, actually.
We just had our gear on.
When Melanie and I were walking in tonight, 3 construction workers, we blitzed them because they seen our gear. They asked what we were doing. You know, it was easy as that. They seen Melanie's shirt, wanted to know what we were here for.
Make it accessible to you. Make it easy for you to blitz people. Make them want to ask you what's going on.
Even when you guys go, like, you know, like to the shopping or whatever, I was at Macy's one time, and you know, I wasn't wearing this anymore, but I got my blitzing card. I put it on the back of my pocket. This lady come in and say, hey, you know, this cologne is the new one. Can you take my card? I said, I traded for mine. There you go.
For those of you at home that didn't hear, Alejandro was just talking about how he was shopping, and if you guys didn't hear back there either because he didn't have the microphone, he put his blitz cards in his back pocket, and when he was shopping, the lady tried to sell him cologne and said, hey, here, take my card. He goes, well, I'll take yours if you take mine. Okay, guys, I know you don't carry a purse around, but back pocket or a lanyard, always have something on you. I love that. I'm glad that you said that because it's that easy. It works, has business cards in the store, you can buy them. So, does anyone else have any tips that you do with blitzing? This training's for you guys. Yes.
So I'm gonna tell you to follow up more than one time.
Oh yes, you guys definitely. Following up is key. How many times have you guys had someone tell you no after you've blitzed them and they give you the contact information? Has anyone ever had that where they're like, yeah, call me, and then you call them and you make an appointment with them and they cancel on you? Yes. Follow up is key. I canceled on Lisa Fuller 3 times. It was her 4th attempt to keep the appointment with me. Did I keep it? Now look at this room. It's full of all of you wonderful people because she followed up. If somebody cancels on you after you've blitzed them, a lot of events are happening right now. I know we've got the Three Rivers Festival next week. We've got the Noble County Fair next week, and there's a bunch of other festivals. We've got the Wabash thing going on right now. You're going to get a lot of leads, and you're going to need to keep following up with them. Follow up until they tell you they're going to get a restraining order. Just saying.
Yes, do.
Anna and I went blitzing and we were kicked out of Macy's. Literally, we were kicked out. One of the ladies, she was really interested in the wrap, and she was following me around. She's like, oh my God, I don't know what I was wearing, but she just loved my gear. She loved my gear. I just love what you have on. And then I said, would you like my blitz card? And she said, yeah. She was all interested. She just liked what I was wearing. It was just my gear. And then she passed us again. She didn't say anything, but she was walking with her manager. And the manager, she started saying something to me about the wrap. And the manager said, oh, you can't solicit in the store. And we're like, oh, we're sorry. I'm like, would you like a card? And she's like, the front door is that way. And I said, oh no, I'm going to the Met counter. So.
Technically, you're not soliciting because
they
on one part of the coupon.
Well, that's
so like if they tell you you're soliciting, you're like, no, I'm just handing out a coupon.
Yeah, we don't solicit. We don't solicit. We hand out coupons. Who doesn't want a coupon? All right. Any final tips, ladies? If you get no's, just remember it's no, not right now. It could be in 6 months. It could be in 9 months if that person comes back. Just don't get discouraged. That has been a lifesaver for me. I've easily get discouraged when somebody isn't jumping at me for the opportunity to become involved. So just remember that no means no, not right now. It's a great note to end on. Thank you so much, ladies.
gonna bring Pam Nichols up here now. She's gonna go over self-development, because self-development is so huge. We're always growing and we're always learning. So she's gonna give you guys some tips of the things you need to know.
Testing. Hi, my name is Pam Nichols, and I am an Emerald. I joined the business in July of 2013, and I didn't really do anything with it for quite a while. But I can tell that story in 40s and over. The main thing I want to talk about is self-development, and I need to give credits to the people that I've been reading their books, listening to their audios to. And some of the mentors that I love following are Jim Rohn, John Maxwell, Dale Carnegie, Zig Ziglar, and Chad Helmstettler. Jim Rohn is wonderful at, one of his famous quotes is, if you don't design your own life, someone else will. And usually they don't have in mind what you might have for your life. So in order for us to design our own life, we want to become the best that we can be. And we want to help others become the best that they can be. A lot of people, when you ask them what they want, they immediately say, you know, I want this for my children, I want this for my husband, and they know all these things that they want for everyone else. But if you keep asking them what they want personally, they don't know, because they always keep going back to what they want for a family member, which is fine, that's wonderful. But when we're trying to do self-development, that is more of the surface. Our want is much deeper than that. It comes from within ourselves. We need to dig deep into our soul and build skills. The 4 main skills that can help us really get the things we want for our family are congruency, communication, commitment, and consistency. And if you work on developing all these skills, then the money will follow. You will be able to do what you want to do for your children, for your husband. You'll be able to take the trips you want to take and all the wonderful things that you have on your goal list. And so when I learned this, Michael Burnoff was great for explaining this. When someone makes a dream board, a lot of times they have their dream vacation that they want to go to and the dream car and all this money that they want. But nowhere on their dream board do they have the skills, personal skills that they want to develop. That is the fundamentals of getting truly all of your goals in your life. And there's actually 12 of them, but I have been focusing on the 4 C's, which was the 4 that I mentioned. So when you start off with self-development, then you also need to think about your attitude. And when you're developing your skills, you want to practice them daily. And when you start taking action, you want action pronto. Nobody's perfect. We can't wait until we're perfect. Here where you could be. So practice makes perfect. So just practice every single day, whatever skill it is. Say today you want to work on your communication, because if you work on your communication, you'll be able to maybe perhaps blitz someone better, or maybe you'll be able to communicate better with your husband and then he'll get on board, or just anything. And when we think about our attitudes, a positive attitude and to keep going forwards, because most of us spend our life in what we call our comfort zone, which if I was to depict it here, like this is our box, right here's our box that we're comfortable in. So this is where we stay all day. We're in our comfort zone and we're talking and everything else. But when we step outside of our comfort zone, we're like, somebody says something and they're like, oh, I'm gonna go back here. Well, you keep doing that and you get to the edge of your comfort zone, but then you keep stepping back as soon as you get uncomfortable. So you never grow. So in order for us to grow, we need to step out of our comfort zone more often and try something we haven't tried. And then You try it and you get an experience, so you learn from it. So then you come back here. Well, the next time you try it again, you're a little bit more comfortable. And so then as you continue to do that every day, your comfort zone has now expanded out to here. And that's how you continue to grow day by day, step by step, to become the best that you can be. So we can't live in our comfort zone. I mean, we can't live in our outside of our comfort zone, but we want to visit it daily somehow. And Michael Burnoff was excellent. He does call to action, and he was excellent at demonstrating that. So when we find ourselves going back to our comfort zone, we just want to perhaps think about different ways we can try it again. You know, we don't ever want to give up. It's like when we learn to ride a bike, or we're teaching our children to ride a bike, and they get on the bike, and we're running with them, and we're pushing them, and they fall down. We say, oh, it's okay, honey, get up, you know, wipe it off and keep going. Oh, commitment, congruency, consistency, and communication.
They're interested in all.
Okay. So, how long do we teach that child to ride a bike? We're out there with them every single day until they get learning that bike down. We don't say, oh, you've tried so hard, it's okay, honey, you don't need to learn how to ride a bike. We're like, oh no, you're learning to ride this bike. And we make sure they learn to ride the bike. And another analogy is, say, for instance, when children are growing, they're so curious and everything is so much fun to them and they want to know everything. They're in a major discovery zone, and when they want to walk, they are so determined and they're so focused. Well, do we give our baby a time limit on how long they need to learn to walk? Do we say, no, baby, you've tried to walk every day for a month now and that's too much, so you're not going to walk? We say, absolutely not. You're going to keep doing this every single day until you learn to walk. Unless, if they have a physical challenge or whatever, what are we doing? We're running to the doctor. We're getting them everything they need so that every single day they can practice walking. And if we develop our personal skills with an attitude like that, then it doesn't seem so hard and it's a lot easier every day to just give it another try. So when we're trying to come up with our why or our want, we need to live in the present and dig deep. You keep searching deep within your soul. Your want comes from within. It's your mindset, your attitude, and your choices. We become what we think about most because we are our choices. So once you decide you want something, make out your goals. And a goal is basically whatever you want. It doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be small. But write it down, decide, and do. Because action is what's going to get you to the next step day by day. You want to build your business. You want to build it right and build it tight. That's in a book about the first year network marketing. Another way to self-develop is get around great mentors, get around other people that are successful, get around people that you can talk and share with. A lot of people may say, well, I don't know anybody that's wealthy, because we always want to rub shoulders with successful people. If you want to become successful, you need to rub shoulders with successful people. Well, someone says, well, I don't know anybody, so I can't do that. Well, the most accessible, easy, affordable tool that everyone has in their disposal in the United States of America is a library. And only 3% of Americans have a library card. So why don't we all join the 3% and do what nobody else does? Because everyone that's ever been successful has written a book. They've written audio tapes. They've recorded audio tapes. So get with whoever you connect with, whether it be their biology, their book, their audio tape. You know, if you buy them tapes, listen to them over and over and over every single day in your car, and let it sink into your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind is really what talks to you every day and guides you. Some of the books that I've been reading lately are The Secret. There's an audio out there from Jim Rohn, Living the Exceptional Life. There's a book out there, What You Say When You Talk to Yourself, that's huge, huge on vocabulary. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And then Michael Burnoff's Call to Action. He's very, very good at calling you to action. And that is his phrase. He also has a website. So also, I want to, this would be through my mentor, Jim Rohn, that I've done. I want to challenge each and every one of you to, do you want to make a living or do you want to design your own life? It's your choice. You know, a lot of people say I have a job. Well, a job, we could give an acronym of just over broke. Well, if we change our vocabulary and attach emotionally empowering words to it, it will move us into action. So, for instance, if we say just over broke, instead of saying that's okay, we could say, well, my attitude with that is going to be, it's disgusting. Well, as soon as you feel that that's disgusting, then you're going to start moving away from it, and you're going to start doing everything you can to get away from it. Your subconscious mind is going to help you move away from it. So just little things like that, little words can make a huge, huge difference in our life. And set a goal to become a millionaire for what it will make of you.
Because everyone at home, I'm gonna have her read the name of the book. I don't know why the cooler is staying right here. Are you all hot over here? Yeah. We need to play musical chairs a little bit. It's like blasting cooler right here. Name the books real quick so everyone can write those down, because there's a couple of them that are really good that I've read. Yeah, we'll have you do that too, but go ahead and read them one more time, and then I'll have you fill the page too.
Okay. These are just the ones I've been reading, like, currently, but I have a huge library. I encourage you all to start your own library because it is phenomenal. But The Secret is one book. Living the Exceptional Life is an audio from Jim Rohn. What You Say When You Talk to Yourself is from Chad Stelter, I'm not pronouncing it right. I'll post it. And then How to Win Friends and Influence People is Dale Carnegie, and then Michael Burnoff, Call to Action.
Thank you, We got a couple more to go. We're gonna have our mom panel come up. If we can get Christine Bloom, Courtney Lunk, Star Cage, Holly, I'm gonna call you Neely. It's just gonna happen. And then Christine or Stevie Christian. Y'all come on up here. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that chair that was stolen, we need it back. Just stand. Okay, so I'm gonna have these ladies introduce themselves, and they're just gonna give you a couple of tips how they build this business, being mommies. Sometimes people use it as a crutch, and these women are all very successful, and they're gonna share with you what they do. So, who wants to go first? Star? Okay.
Sure. Hi, my name is Star Cage. I just got into this business. I started Facebook stalking Sandy for about a year and a half, almost 2 years. She kept in contact with me. I went through a really hard time in my life, a divorce and having to move, and I'm a full-time student. I have 8 children. So my life is very busy, plus I babysit. And I will have my bachelor's degree in criminal justice in May of next year. I specialize in domestic violence cases. So my life is really, it's full. My plate is completely full. In April of this year, right, I met with Sandy and became a distributor. I take my Blitz cards, my kids blitz for me, and the splash pads. I give them $1. You want to go to the ice cream truck? go blitz me 5 people. I will drop blitz cards in Walmart in the bathroom. Who in the bathroom, when you're a woman, you have children with you, what are you're going to bend down, you're going to bend over, pick it up. Oh, gee, look at this. I stick it on the back of the diaper changing things in Walmart in the bathrooms. People look at them. You're a mom, you're busy, you're going. I've wrapped, I want to say my first week of being a distributor, I was in Walmart with all 8 of these kids and had 4 on one side, 4 on the other. I had on my blitz card, my lanyard, and got approached by 2 people, went in the bathroom, wrapped them, made $50, took the kids to McDonald's. That easy. It's just that simple. And I love it. I became Ruby. So I was really whoop about that. But it's awesome. I mean, there's no excuse of why you cannot do it. If I can do it with 8 children and be a full-time student and work, anybody can do this. It's just that simple. I mean, like I said, the splash pads, the parks, moms are all over the place. You have these moms that are tired, they're exhausted, they worked all day and they're sitting there, they're on their phones. Why not wrap them? You know, you're there for 45 minutes anyway, take them in the bathroom, wrap them, there you go. They can still play, and then, you know, when they get home, their husband's like, wait, what'd you do? You know, you lost some inches there, honey. But it's wonderful. This business is wonderful. I've made money being able to do it. Like I said, I can take my kids to McDonald's. It may be simple things at first, but I'm saving up for a new car. So it's a wonderful business to get into. Be a distributor, sell it. I mean, you can use the product. You can be your own walking advertisement and use your kids. People love it. People love children. Who's not going to talk to a child?
I know that you gave instructions and I was totally heard that.
Just who you are, how long you've been in, and how you're running this business as a mom. Because you've got 2 teen kids, so.
My name is Christine Bloom. Wow, that was really loud.
It's okay.
I became a distributor in August of 2013. I have 2 kids, a 16-year-old and a 12-year-old, that are both very active. My 16-year-old goes constantly. I am constantly on the go with her. She's in band, so we are always out with the band and doing band stuff. She's in swimming, so I wear my gear all the time. I have my car magnets on my car. I have my blitz card on my purse. I am always carrying around my greens with me. We will go to band competitions and I will just pull out my greens on the go, fill up a water bottle right there, and I've got 3 or 4 people asking me about them, asking me if they could try them. So I will hand out, I always have greens on the go in my purse because I'm always carrying them with me and I'm always drinking them. I will walk into a store and somebody will say, what is that? And I'll say, oh, it's greens. It's 8 servings of fruits and vegetables. Here, would you like a sample with my blitz cards? And then I saw another distributor had said to put your labels on your greens on the go packets, which I hadn't really thought about that, but that's an excellent idea. So people know what I do because I'm always wearing my gear. I'm always talking about everywhere. When we're out with our kids, we're always talking about what we're doing. My daughter just recently went to Europe. I sent her with my blitz cards. I was like, just drop these wherever you're at. So, and she did. She talks about her, she's always drinking the greens too. So she'll take her greens to swim meets whenever she's swimming. So it's all a whole family thing. My husband travels. He'll take my blitz cards and he'll put them in on the airport. He'll talk to his people at work. So that's how I run. That's how we work.
I'm Stevie. Like I said earlier, I have a 1.5-year-old daughter that I have all the time. My husband works out of town during the summertime. He is gone, like yesterday he left for Texas and he won't be back for 12 days. So, mom, for leaves again. So, I'm constantly on the go, and I take Letty with me. I take her with me everywhere I go, and I just got a puppy too, so of course I take the puppy with me too. But I don't let her be a reason why I don't do something. I've taken her to plenty of parties that I do, and people love it. And they're like, "Oh, you're 20 years old, you have a kid. Sure, I'll buy something off of you," because they feel bad almost. And then I'm like, "No, don't worry about it." But I'm taking her with me because it shows people that it's possible to do it with children with you. Yeah, they're kind of a distraction sometimes, but it's a good thing because sometimes you're a little nervous and your child is kind of your comfort. So you taking them with you, it's a good thing sometimes. Like these trainings, why not bring your kids? I mean, I made a post earlier today, a video saying, bring your kids, we love kids. I mean, Mandy Katie, she brought her newborn to trainings earlier in the year, and oh my gosh, they were passing the baby around everywhere. Like, it's doable, you just gotta do it. But I guess it's really all I have about that.
I'm Holly Salisbury. It was Neely. I got married last month on the 27th. So, I'm a mom of two. I have an 11-year-old boy and a 1-year-old girl. So, yeah. I try and wear my gear every day, even to work. I work part-time at a medical place. So I usually wear my gear every day. I wear my bracelet. I have a green purse with a lanyard on it. I usually post every day, a few times a day on social media. And that's how I run my business. I'll be posting when I'm nursing my daughter still, or I'll go to the bathroom at work and I'll post something usually, or I'll use my Hootsuite, which is automatic poster, which I like. Sure. Hootsuite is you can schedule a post to automatically post for you, date and time. Just download it on your smartphone. Comes in handy if you're going to be busy all day. Yeah. Hootsuite, like an owl, hoot, and then suite. S-U-I-T-E, suite. So that's really helpful if you're busy. So sit down at the end of the night and schedule next day's posts, which is helpful.
Obstacles have you guys run into being a mom and running your business?
Just being busy all the time. My son has baseball. I usually, like I said, I wear my gear at the baseball games. I'll take my phone and I'll try and post or follow up with people at the baseball games, or any little time you got. Try and squeeze anything in as far as posting on social media or getting up or following up with a lead or something like that. So that's what I have.
My name's Courtney Lunk. I've been in the business for about 5 months, and I have 2 kids. I'm pregnant with a third. My husband works full time, so I kind of pulled him into it. He was spending more money than me on products, so I'm like, no, you're gonna sell. So I pretty much made him do that. He does some stuff at work with it. But other than that, I just wear my gear everywhere I go, even if it's just to check my mail. I have on my work shirt. They do a lot of building houses around where I live, so that's pretty much all I do. Oh yeah, well, if I go out and about in big places, I do the scavenger hunt, but usually I just wear my gear everywhere I go, even if it's just my mailbox. Oh, and it was on Facebook. I don't know, I just feel like I wear my gear more than anything. So, pretty much it.
Any other tips for mom or dad? There are some people that share any tips.
Use your children. You need to post pictures with your children and show the world what you're doing for your child. That's really, really important because people are like, this is kind of funny. My husband's stepbrother's wife, so my stepsister-in-law, she moved out to California. She's really, she's out there. She knows, I don't know why she doesn't do this business, because she would be really good at it. But she started selling something down in over in California and is not getting paid for it. She made a post saying that she is ashamed of people who sell products to make money. I'm like, are you serious? Isn't that the point? To grow your business and share with everyone and help other people. You're not just selling products. You don't want to tell somebody, oh yeah, I sell this. No, you don't sell it. You help people. And I also show pictures of my daughter drinking the greens too. She loves them. So that's another big thing. But yeah, you don't sell products. Don't ever say you sell products, because that instantly, like Justin said, it's like it turns people thinking it's a scam. And you don't want that, because instantly they say no. So you're not selling products. You're not a distributor. You are a promoter. You promote these things that you love.
I have a question. Okay, so do you guys have like kids that are in sports or older kids that are in like activities, things at school? Like, I mean, I know what I do, but how do you guys like balance your time as far as like your business and home life, and like, how do you know what to make priority?
It gets chaotic. It's crazy. I mean, like I said, I have 8 children. 5 of them are under the age of 11. 4 of them play baseball. And they not only do they play baseball, but they play baseball and softball at 4 different parks. So in order to make that happen, when I'm at a stoplight, I will take a selfie. Who doesn't like to take selfies? My kids love to take pictures. So my daughter, we could be driving down the road and my daughter will take a Blitz card, take a selfie of it, post it on Facebook. She's 9 years old. She knows how to do it. She can play a game on my phone. She can post on Facebook. They love it. The kids love to get interacted with it, because then they see how happy that you are. They see the results and what you're doing. And so they tend to want to help you. I mean, my kids, there are times where I write stories on Facebook. So, and I use It Works to involve my stories. And my kids, they know, what, mommy's working. And so we're going to go do this, this, and this. But in the same aspect, they see the rewards that the mom's getting. They see your happiness. So why, and when you involve them in it, then you're a family. Just like when you sit down at the dinner table to eat, you're a family. And when they're involved in your life, it's rewarding for them just as much as it is rewarding for you. So the chaos and, trying to handle all of that, it can get nuts and it gets crazy. And sometimes at night when I go to bed, I'm thinking, wow, like how did I really just make it through that day? Yesterday, I spent almost 6 hours at the baseball diamond. And I have 3 loyal customers possibly that I'm getting hold of tomorrow, just because I had my Blitz card, my lanyard on me, and was drinking some greens out of a water bottle. And they're like, what are you drinking? Because that looks really gross. No, taste it because it's really good. And they're hooked. Moms are tired. Moms are exhausted. It's crazy life out there. But make it a crazy rap thing.
All right, we're gonna bring up our 40 and over. None of these women look 40 or over, but we're gonna bring up Maribel, Myra, Pam, and Deb, and they're gonna share with you guys how they run this business in their quote-unquote age bracket, because I think there's a statistic, or people think that just because they're this age or that age, they can't work this business, and they are proof that you can. So, ladies, why don't you share who you are? That's okay.
Hey, I'm Deb Ebersol, and technically I'm 50 and over. I'm more than that, and I'm pushing the next one. I work old school. A lot of you guys use Facebook. I'm just getting into Facebook and just learning how to do it. I have Facebook because the other grandma is in Florida, so my Facebook until recently has been all kid posts. Sending grandma pictures of the kids that are up here. That's all that's been on it. I have kind of my story. I started because Pam is my best friend. She's also over 40. And she's also over 40. Last year, we played at it. We didn't really do it. We played at it. And I didn't really do anything with it for a year almost. And in February, I brought it.
Here's my notes.
Here's my notes. It's got 3 dates on it. February 1st, I went to the doctor and I told my doctor, I said, you know, nobody can make me want to be healthy. I have to do it for myself. And I need to get healthy. I had a really bad hip. I could barely walk. It was to the point that I have 3 steps to get into my house, and I'm like pulling myself up the steps to get into my house. So I'm like, I'm going to get healthy. But I wanted to make sure I did it with my doctor's supervision because I'm over 40. There are a lot of risks if you lose a lot of weight. So February 1st, I went to the doctor and I weighed a lot. And there's people watching at home, so I'm not going to tell you how much I weigh. But I've lost 55 pounds since February 1st. And I use that as part of my business, and I'll tell you that in a minute. So February 1st, I decided, okay, I'm going to start using the products. I'm going to get serious about this, and I'm going to do this as a business. And for that month, I really started trying to get myself healthy, and I started looking into, you know, I live in Indianapolis, so I have no family down there. Pam, it's Pam. And Justin, I know Justin now. I don't have family down there, so everybody that I contact is a cold market because I don't have any family down there. And so I literally talk to everybody, but I'm old school because I'm just starting to use Facebook. I have these books, okay? And I take a Blitz card and I drive through McDonald's to get a drink, because he was saying he was doing it, and I'll say, hey, have you ever heard about this? I know you're at work and I know you're really busy. Give me your number and I'll give you a call. I probably get 95% of the people to give me their phone number because I'm being courteous to them, acknowledging they're at work and that they're busy. So give me your phone number and I will call you. And I follow through and I write down when I call them, and I usually call within 24 hours to 48 hours. I call pretty quickly. So I had started building the book, and as you can tell, I'm now into my second book since February. But March 5th, my husband was in a really severe accident, and it wasn't his fault, but someone in the other died. And we had to change our lives because of this. And I actually got a Y. Before I never had a Y. It was just because Pam said, hey, come do this with me. And I went, okay, let's do this, you know. My Y became, I don't want him to have to work a second job because it's very stressful with everything that's going on. So since March 5th, I have added, I don't know, a lot of loyal customers. I now have 2 distributors, but see, I'm feeding them under my husband because he went in, I signed him up when it was $1,000 for the Ruby, and he's got till July 31st, so we're kicking it this month. But I talked to everybody, and then Pam kept saying to me, what are you doing? You're melting away. Because I've been heavy for a long time, I have a very poor self-image of myself, and I'm like, you know, I'm still really, really big. So I took, and I should have had you put that on there. But I haven't, and I'll pass it around. But since I started using this, so I let Pam take an after picture of me or a now picture of me. And it's how I blitz now. And I can tell you almost everybody that I talk to, I get their name, their number. And in the last, since what was my 3rd date, June 26th, is when I put this together and I show people what this product has done for me. And we have gotten 8 loyal customers since June 26th. I actually have 4 already this month. I show them the card, and then they say, oh, I've never heard of that, it doesn't really work. And then I say, well, this is me. This is me February 1st, and this is me now, and this is 55 pounds down. And you can give it to somebody. I just want it back.
Y'all hear that? She wants it back.
I want it back. And if you want me to share it with you, you can certainly, because I know Pam uses it too. Because it really is amazing to actually know someone and see someone. And I think everybody that I've talked to this month, I've signed them as a loyal. And I have a meeting tomorrow at noon for a possible distributor who already has somebody that she's talking to, because I'm using myself as my marketing tool and letting people know that by the end of the summer, I am going to be at a place that my husband doesn't have to work 2 jobs, and I will be making the money that he was making at that second position, and that's how I do it.
Hi, I'm Myra. I am actually 51 years old. I'm a mother of 3 children. Been married for 33 years. Have 7 grandchildren, which you'll see 3 of them are in the back room. Had to bring them tonight. And Sandy is the one that signed me up. I think I backed down from Sandy maybe once or twice, and then finally went for it. Talked to my husband about it. My husband and her husband worked together, and we hit it off really good. And I just basically go out and plant the seeds, just like she told me. Plant the seeds, blitz. I've been doing it for a year, a little over a year and a half. I went diamond March 30th, and I have to tell you, I was just absolutely so happy and so proud of myself that I was able to do that. And I also got to pay for our vacation when me and my husband went to Panama City in May. And that was a great feeling to be able to have that money and to have it all paid for. And the only thing you have to pay for is gas when you're traveling. Let's see. When I did go diamond, I believe I got 14 customers in 2 days. I was actually on a roll. I surprised myself, actually. And I kept using Voxer with Sandy, saying, I got another one. Where do we need to put it at so that we can help, everybody else in the downline promote too. I was able to just take leave of absence from my job for 7 weeks. I am off till August 24th, and honestly, I don't plan on going back because I'm going to go double diamond. And I took leave of absence because of a family situation that I have. I have 3 of my grandchildren from Seattle that are here with me, and I have a 17-year-old grandson that's going to be a senior, and I felt that it wasn't fair for him to
they're in the military, and I did not want to see my grandson at 17 go through half a year, his senior year, when he plays sports. So we brought him all up here to live with us till my daughter and her husband come home in December. So my life has drastically changed. That's why I'm going to go double diamond, so I do not have to go back to work and I can take care of my family.
Okay,
Hi, everybody. I'm Maribel Guzman, and I am 52. And my why has not changed. When I joined this business, I was a loyal customer for a year and a half.